A Memphis rapper takes Bulldog Nation by storm. We take a look at the latest Music Makes concert.
Plus, the Ideal Woman organization is celebrating Black History Month. We show you how, just ahead.
And the Magnolia Film Festival is in full swing. We take you to opening night. Your Take 30 News starts right now.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Take 30 News. I'm Cody Blaszazk.
And I'm Phoebe Florian. Alex Murdaugh, the disgraced former South Carolina attorney who is on trial for murder in the deaths of his wife and son, shocking some by testifying today, Thursday, in his own defense.
Murdaugh has pleaded not guilty to 2 counts of murder and 2 weapons charges in the June 2021 killings. Cole Higgins has the latest from South Carolina.
Alex Murdaugh taking the stand Thursday to testify in his own defense.
I didn't shoot my wife or my son anytime. Ever.
Murdaugh and his attorneys trying to convince the jury he's innocent in the June 2021 killings of his wife Maggie and his 22-year-old son Paul. Murdaugh distraught while describing the moment he saw their bodies on the night of the murders.
So bad. He's done the way he's done. His head was the way his head was. I could see his brain laying on the sidewalk.
Prosecutors say Murdaugh killed his wife and son to distract from the 99 financial misconduct charges he's also facing. The defense arguing he's a caring father who was wrongly accused after a mishandled investigation. Meanwhile, Murdaugh finally admitting he was at the family's dog kennels with Maggie and Paul moments before they were murdered, and that he previously denied that during interviews with investigators.
I lied about being down there.
Would you agree that that's an important part of your testimony?
Sure.
Murdaugh blaming his lies on drug-fueled paranoia and issuing an emotional apology for lying multiple times.
I'm sorry to Mags and Pawpaw. I would never intentionally do anything to hurt either one of them.
I'm Cole Higgins reporting.
Even if the jury finds Alex Murdaugh not guilty of the murders of Maggie and Paul, he is still facing the possibility of decades in prison if convicted of most or all of those financial charges that he also denies. In court, Murdaugh admitted to stealing money from his former law firm and his clients. It's time now for your first look at weather.
For that, we turn things over to Campus Connect meteorologist Cameron Lindsay.
As you take a look at our radar right now, you can see we do have some rain showers over our northern counties up near Tupelo, then further north and west and east as well. Luckily here in Starkville, we do not have too much of rain going. We do have plenty of clouds, but the good news is that there is no rain. As you take a look at our temperatures here, you can see those temperatures have dropped a lot in the past 24 hours. You can see Starkville sitting at 55, Louisville and Macon sitting in upper 50s, but Tupelo is a little colder in the upper 40s, so definitely a chillier day today.
Mississippi State welcomed 250 high school students for their Language Expo. Rufus Collins has more on the activities.
Mississippi State's Department of Classical and Modern Languages and Literatures hosted their Language Expo for multiple students across northern Mississippi. Aaron Dighton, who is an instructor at Mississippi State, says this is the 3rd time the event has taken place.
We've got a variety of activities from basically showcasing our study abroad program to carnival games to even a little passport visa stamp project.
The expo also gave the students a chance to display their work in a poster session.
The high school students, broken down into groups of about 2 or 4, have been working frantically on creating posters for the language and culture of the high school programs that they're in. And we have faculty and student judges who are going to go around and look at all the posters, listen to the various presentations, and score each individual poster. The winning poster from each school will win a prize.
Department Chair Robert West kicked things off as the speaker for the expo and says this is an event that they were very excited for.
It really will give so many new paths for students' lives if they're just willing to pursue at least one other language.
For Take 30 News, I'm Rufus Collins.
The students were also able to enjoy the many different international foods for lunch. For more information, visit the CMLL website.
No university is complete without the engagement of their alumni, and Mississippi State is no exception. If there is one thing Mississippi State gets right, it is making current students and alumni a family.
Spring semester is off to a busy start for Mississippi State students.
A number of organizations have opened applications to bring in fresh faces into their organization. One of these organizations is Mississippi State's Alumni Association's student representatives, the alumni delegates. Application season is certainly an important part of the year for alumni delegates, but Coordinator for Student Engagement Toria Carter says the delegates' job goes beyond student recruiting.
So the alumni delegates are very important because they connect our current students to our alumni, and so it's a really great way for our alumni to stay involved and for our students' body to see how they can become involved once they become alumni, as well as being able to network with the thousands of alumni that we currently have.
Alumni Delegates is more than an organization for students while they are enrolled at Mississippi State. Alumni Delegates and Alumni Association go beyond the enrolled student, and it connects MSU alumni to each other, to students, and to the university by building that love for Mississippi State through MSU students.
First, our alumni are just so grateful for MSU and they give back so much. So it's really inspiring to just be around them at all and getting to work their banquets and see how much good they've done for their communities, and they owe it all to MSU is really cool. But it's also a great connection.
For more information about the MSU Alumni Association or Alumni Delegates, visit their website www.alumni.msstate.edu. Live with Take 30 News, I'm Izzy Maherl.
If you or someone you know is interested in engaging MSU alumni, you still have that chance. Alumni Delegates applications close Wednesday, February 22nd at midnight.
This week, the Starkville Premier Cinemas is hosting the 26th Annual Magnolia Film Festival. Take a look at Thursday's lineup.
The 26th Annual Magnolia Film Festival is here, and filmmakers from all across the country have arrived. The Magnolia Film Festival will last for 3 days from February 23rd to February 25th with a lineup everyone is looking forward to. The film festival awards those who have the best film in different categories. It also provides an opportunity for aspiring filmmakers they wouldn't otherwise have.
And so a lot of people are just kind of used to the Hollywood blockbusters, but this is an opportunity for audiences to see films from around the world, that are done on very low budgets and, are really heartwarming stories and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears from these filmmakers.
Winning an award could lead to being on the big screen.
I think every filmmaker wants to have their work shown in front of an audience. That's where you kind of have the true test of whether or not your story's working. It's one thing to kind of screen it for your family and friends because in some way they're kind of obliged to tell you that it's really good, but to get it in front of an impartial group of people who don't know really who you are and what you're about, and then to see their reactions and to talk to people is really rewarding.
The Magnolia Film Festival is the longest running film festival in Mississippi, and for good reason. The film festival has over 250 films submitted each year and continues to grow. For Take 30 News, I'm Phoebe Florian.
All of those films look really interesting.
I know. I'm excited to go back and watch the rest of the films this weekend.
MSU's Ideal Woman organization hosted a Strong Black Woman troop session Wednesday in the Doghouse. The discussion highlighted the struggles of the everyday black woman. Students talked with fellow peers about sensitive topics such as depression, anxiety, and black women stereotypes. But it was met with painting and food to create a relaxing and comfortable ambience. Taja Harris understands how this event helped empower the black woman who attended.
It made a lot of people open up about their anxiety, depression, past traumas, sexual assault, and all those things. So I feel like they're determined to make a change. They're determined to growth.
Along with many other organizations on campus, Ideal Woman's goal is to honor and empower African American women during Black History Month.
After the break, we take an in-depth look at the most popular music genres amongst MSU students.
What if you could be part of one of the top engineering schools in the nation without ever leaving the coast? Well, now you can. Mississippi State's collaboration with Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College allows you to earn core credits while pursuing a 4-year degree in mechanical or electrical engineering, all in the same location. And with classes taught by MSU professors, the world-renowned education you couldn't find anywhere else is now in your own backyard. To learn more about this great opportunity, visit us online.
Hey Phoebe, do you wear your headphones on campus?
Yeah, Cody, I do. And I hear Calvin has a story for us about that. Calvin?
I was curious to find out why that was. So I put my investigative journalism hat on and I did some research.
You see them all over campus. They come in many different styles, shapes, and sizes. It's headphones, and MSU students can be seen wearing them on their way to class or even in common areas. But why is that? Why do students wear headphones on campus? Well, for some students, it's to avoid having to speak to one of the many tablers you can see on campus. But for others, it's a great way to focus for class.
So when I'm coming onto campus, a lot of times I'm like really tired from just waking up or trying to get some work done late at night. So when I listen to music, it lets me refocus before I enter into the classroom.
So now that we know exactly why students listen to music on campus, I was curious to find out what type of music students were listening to on campus. So I decided to do my own research.
Earlier this week, I made a Google survey and posted it to my social media, encouraging students to take and share the survey. Many students gave their feedback and many genres were shared with me.
I listen to pop and pretty exclusively Harry Styles, Lizzo, and One Direction.
But in a close vote, students chose country music as their favorite genre, getting 21% of the vote, followed by rap getting 19.4%, and finally pop getting 12.9%. This makes a lot of sense to me, seeing that both country and rap music trace their roots back to the South, especially Mississippi.
I absolutely love country. That's like the main thing I listen to. Every now and then I'll do pop, but most of the time it's country.
For Take 30 News, I'm Calvin Ritchie.
And guys, on that survey that I ran, not a single person mentioned my favorite genre of music, classical. Can you guys believe that?
Yes, Calvin, we can. That does not surprise us, and no one listens to classical music anymore.
Music Makers hosts another spring concert in Bulldog Nation. Our Joshua Hughes attended the event and has the details.
Memphis rapper Duke Deuce hit the stage for the annual Music Makers concert. The concert kicked off at 9 and featured 2 DJs. Coordinator for programs, Julia Pratt, says the university is excited to offer students a good time.
Part of Music Makers' mission is to bring artists that represent a diverse set of interests, be it genre or background or, subject matter of, the type of music that they're performing. And so bringing Duke Deuce is just hitting into another one of those niches here on campus.
Pratt also voices her appreciation for the student organizations for orchestrating this event.
The student leaders really are the ones that put together and execute these shows. And so while this is going to be a great experience for all of our guests, it's also supposed to be an experience for our student leaders as they work on their professional development skills, they get more information and experience in the music industry and can hopefully take those skills forward with them as they move into full-time careers.
Virgie Jackson is a senior at MSU, and he says that he appreciates student organizations like Music Makers for this experience. He also shares why he is a Duke Deuce fan.
I do not relate to his background. I just find it inspirational how you can come from very little and then happen to have something right now in your life.
Music Maker hosts this event each spring as well as Bulldog Bash. For Take 30 News, I'm Joshua Hughes.
The next concert is still in the works. For more information, you can visit msuconcerts.org.
After the break, we check in with Campus Connect meteorologist Cameron Lindsay for your full forecast. Stay with us.
Performance at the highest level is the objective of every athlete. But what can athletes accomplish if they understood and responded to everything their bodies are telling them? Mississippi State University's Athlete Engineering program is designing and deploying groundbreaking advanced wearable technology that creatively collects millions of data points for researchers to analyze, predict performance, and improve body mechanics. Researchers in engineering, kinesiology, sociology, textiles, and more disciplines are working together to test and design new technology that leads to winning results. In addition to helping athletes reach their highest potential, this collaborative program is reducing injuries and protecting the health of competitors now and far into the future. Mississippi State University. Farming can be a tough way to make a living. Weather, pricing pressures, and unpredictable swings in demand can take a toll, not only on farmers' finances, but on their mental health, as well as that of family members and farm workers. That's why Mississippi State University is spearheading a program to train extension agents to detect the signs of depression, substance abuse, and other stress-related challenges. Everyone has a bad day, of course, but this holistic view of a farmer's circumstances enables MSU representatives to recognize the difference between routine struggles and deeper, more serious issues. It may be a tough conversation, but the sooner it gets started, the sooner farmers can get help to better manage stress and continue the important work of growing the products our world needs. Caring for farms and farmers. Mississippi State University.
Good afternoon. As we take a look at over our campus camera, you can see those temperatures right now are a bit chilly at 55 degrees. We do have a very thick layer of clouds in the sky today. And as you look at our temperatures across the region, you can see that cold front came through and it left its mark as we got temperatures in northern Mississippi near Tupelo in the upper 40s, Starkville here at 55. But as you go further south, get into the upper 70s and the lower 80s. And if you're wondering to yourself, yeah, it's been a little bit colder, that's because it has. As you look at our temperature change the last 24 hours, you can see Starkville sitting right around a 30-degree change, Tupelo right around 40. But as you move further south, again, that's not as much of a drastic change. As you head out tonight, if you head out to the bars where we may be going tonight, any evening plans, be sure to bring an extra jacket or two as you do have a low in the lower 50s. But we will keep those clouds around throughout the evening hours. As we move to the weekend, you can see Saturday we do have a more pleasant high of 69 with some rain chances possible, but Sunday will be a much more of a better day than Saturday, with our temperatures finally returning warmer to the upper 70s and a bit more sunshine, which will be very welcoming after today's dreary weather. As you look ahead, you can see that stalled front to the south, which has been keeping those rain chances coming for the northern portion of the state. But as it progresses through, you can see some cloud coverage and then some occasional rain showers to the northern portions of the state. But the good news is that does not look like it will be much of an issue for the weekend besides Saturday. As you look at the next upcoming 7 days, you can see we do have a couple rain chances going through, but the middle of the week will be very nice. And the weekend, we might even see some wintry weather to return.
After the break, we'll take a look at MSU basketball with March Madness approaching, and then we'll talk about how some new faces are already settling in on our Diamond Dog squad. More on Bulldog Sports when we come back.
Meeting the challenges of a changing world. It's a responsibility we take seriously at Mississippi State University. Today, our outstanding faculty are on the job with a passion that places them among the best in the business. We're launching new classroom models, investing in world-changing research, and providing a college experience that's second to none. Though things may look different, our sights have never been higher.
To be or not to be? That is the question that echoes the walls of the theater department at Mississippi State University. Nurturing the voice and movement of a new generation of dynamic storytellers. An inclusive program welcoming all to a broad course of study in directing, stagecraft, playwriting, and acting. Discover your passion in performance and production with MSU Theater.
Print. It opens the doors to the world of communication. It's where a student can be anything. It teaches teamwork, diligence, loyalty, and responsibility. At Mississippi State, we are dedicated to further the field of journalism. We make sure to tell the story no matter how challenging. We incorporate all aspects to help you grow as a student and as a person. So, what are you waiting for?
Good afternoon, Bulldogs, and welcome back to this week's edition of Take 30 Sports. The Bulldog men's hoops team traveled to Columbia earlier this week for a Tuesday night matchup with the Missouri Tigers. Needing a quad one win to help their chances at making the NCAA tournament, MSU fell to Mizzou in overtime 64-66. Tolu Smith registered his 22nd career double-double with 14 points and 10 boards, 7 of which on the defensive glass. The Bulldogs went into halftime with a 3-point lead, shooting 48% as a team from the field, but couldn't get in a rhythm in the second half, making just one of 13 three-pointers. MSU faces A&M on Saturday at 2:30 in the Hump. The Aggies are second in conference standings and riding a white-hot 6-game winning streak. Your Bulldog women's hoops team faced the Razorbacks of Arkansas last night for senior night. The Bulldogs handled the Hogs by a comfortable score of 87-73. MSU allowed just 9 points in the first quarter while also going off for 4 three-pointers and 10 for 16 from the field to put up 25 in the opening quarter. Jacayla Jordan led the scoring for the Dogs with 19 while adding 4 assists, 3 boards, and 2 steals. Jessica Carter picked up her 29th career double-double, putting up 16 points on 5 for 8 shooting from the field and 13 rebounds. The women's basketball team will travel to Baton Rouge this weekend for their regular season finale against top 5 ranked LSU on Sunday. Tip-off is set for 5 p.m. The Diamond Dogs split their 2-game midweek series with the Louisiana Monroe Warhawks. An offense and pitching staff that seemed almost non-existent in an 11-5 rout Tuesday night, MSU bounced back Wednesday to take Game 2 from ULM 14-3. Pitcher Durangelo Sagente made his presence known on the mound, earning his second win in his first career start. The young phenom allowed just 1 hit and 1 walk in 4 innings and striking out 7. Dakota Jordan and Slate Alford both launched 470-foot bombs in their rout, and the Bulldogs have already opened up their weekend series against Arizona State. Kate Smith is making the start on the mound for MSU with Granny Netmo listed as the Day 2 starter and Landon Gartman for Sunday.
We'll have more after the break.
Stay with us.
Health of the world's oceans. Veterinary students at Mississippi State are learning how to rescue and rehabilitate vulnerable marine animals. Through a unique partnership between the College of Veterinary Medicine and the Institute of Marine Mammal Studies in Gulfport, Mississippi, students are experiencing the chance of a lifetime. Real-time research of this fragile ecosystem prepares students for a future in providing care for sick and stranded dolphins, turtles, sea lions, and other marine species. At the same time, MSU's advanced diagnostic technology is helping innovate for solutions while improving treatment and outcomes. Not only are the waters of the Gulf Coast opening new worlds of discovery for Mississippi State veterinary students, they are much safer now thanks to this game-changing partnership that's improving life for literally hundreds of aquatic animals.
So we're cutting. Now we
take a look at a local organization in Starkville trying to make a difference for those who are less fortunate in the community.
Starkville Strong, a nonprofit organization located inside Dunkington on South Lafayette Street, is on a mission to make life a little better for the homeless community in Starkville. Their goal is to give back to those in the community who need help. One way they try to help meet their goal is $5 Fridays.
People can afford $5, and we try to look at it as the collective. You know, you don't have to give $500 as a person. You can just give $5 and make a difference in somebody's life. So, you know, we do the $5 Fridays. Everybody can give $5, they can give $10, they can give however much they want, but we really focus on the $5 because most people can afford $5 for whatever reason. I had to learn something new in this industry.
To join the mission, you can visit the Starkville Strong social media or visit their website.
One local nonprofit organization is changing lives around the community, but that hasn't come without its fair share of challenges. I'm going to take a quick look at weather now for the weekend forecast.
Yeah, right now, looking at the weekend, Saturday does look like it'd be a little bit on the damper side. So Saturday's going to be the lesser of the good days for the weekend, but Sunday does look like it will be much more pleasant with the high in the upper 70s and a little more sunshine and maybe a very brief pop-up shower in the morning, but it will not be too much of an issue. And then going forward to the week, we can expect those more pleasant, warm temperatures to return. And then as we get into the weekend, we actually do see a chance for maybe even winter to try to make its reappearance once again. So the good news is we got warm temperatures ahead, but the bad news is that we do have potential for some winter-like temperatures to come after we get through this week.
Weather has been odd recently.
It has been odd, but these past couple days have been really nice, those warm temperatures.
It's going to be nice. Hopefully we'll get some nice weather this weekend. We got baseball, obviously. We got a basketball game coming up, Super Bulldog weekend. I mean, we're not going to have to worry about being uncomfortable.
No. Today was the bad day for the temperatures.
Keeping your brain sharp is one of the most important things you can do as you age. Luckily, there's a club for that. Take 30's Jake White joins us with more.
Between solving puzzles blindfolded or teaching each other how to solve some of the most complex puzzles, this club is keeping their minds sharp. They're called the Cube Corner. They say that they not only want to help themselves, but help others in the art of problem solving here on Mississippi State's campus. To learn more, I spoke with David Heaton, the president of the Cube Corner, on his thoughts on keeping your mind sharp.
You're actually forcing yourself to think in a bit of a different way than traditionally you would be used to, but whenever you're presented with a new puzzle or something that you haven't seen before, it is a really great way to keep yourself, mentally sharp.
And you might be thinking to yourself that these guys are just solving normal puzzles in Rubik's Cube. So I want you to take a look at this. This is some of the complex things that these guys are doing. So of course I asked a group member about what their interests were when joining the club.
I've never really solved Rubik's Cubes before, and I thought it would be really cool to learn. And David was doing a tabling outside, and so I just kind of said, okay, this is cool. I want to learn about it.
The group also participates in competitions all across the state. They say you don't have to be a pro to join, and they look forward to seeing new people join every day. The group meets on Thursdays in McCool Hall at 7 p.m. With Take 30 News, I'm Jake White.
You can sign up for the Cube Corner at any time through Cowbell Connect.
Rubik's Cubes are kind of hard. I don't know if y'all are fans of them, but
I can never figure them out.
I've never been able to figure it out.
Always been a struggle for me. That's all the time we have for today's Take 30 newscast, though. For ourselves and the crew, good night.